laws, the priorities of a community, of a state, of a nation. And therein lie the challenges for us as a society today, right? There's not much alignment anymore. We have great challenges to put money where we say we can in a way that is evidence-based in outcome. Let's take education, for example. We know we need to do better with making sure that everybody has a level playing field so they can achieve and contribute to their community and to society as a whole. So that's been a lot of what my work has been about. I served on Sandra Justice O'Connor's advisory council in working on civic engagement. How do we have a discourse on things that we don't agree about in an agreeable way, right? We could use a lot more of that in this country today, again, because if we do that, we will arrive at agreement about our values. Most of us all want the same things. You know, we want to be secure in our community. We want to have someone we can love and cherish. And we want a safe life. And we want to be productive. And I don't talk to many people that don't agree with that. Do you? So what is getting in the way of making that happen? And that's been my life work. What is getting in the way of us being effective together in our conversations, our relationships, in our community? And we have a wonderful case study right here in Sedona of what happens when we don't see that as a value, right? When we don't honor the importance of civility, and we're suffering from it. And the malaise that we see across the country is, this is the microism of that. People are not willing to participate or engage now because they don't trust it, one, understandably, and two, doesn't seem to matter how hard you work, the change is hard to see. But work we must, whether it's about the flag, whether it's about crossings that aren't appropriate, or whether it's about the idea of parking cars for $2 a night so people could sleep in them, and in the doing of that, destroying sacred land that cannot be returned to its original beauty, and in the doing of parking cars, we're not providing a path toward an integrated citizen, a productive citizen, a healthy citizen. And so many of the programs that I work on are about how we can make sure that individual in that community is an honored and respected member, rather than someone who sleeps in the car over there, away from us, right? And can come to work on time to serve our breakfast, but that's about all. And I know that we can do much better than that, which is why, on many reasons, I've launched a regenerative practice, a demonstration, a proof of concept, so we can show that we can repair the land, we can teach people a skill that will actually feed them, and in the doing of that, let's house them as an integrated member of our community and value them, because they are healing not only themselves and the land, but our community. And that's very doable. We just have to have the will. And so I've partnered with the University of Arizona to that end. We have the DK Ranch as our headquarters. Can't wait to show that to you. There we go. I'm going to steal him away. Be careful. And see that we can use regen practices in concert with mitigating soil that's harmful to us from historic and present mining. And we can honor the individual in the doing of that as well. It's not far-fetched. It's what we all used to do 40 and 50 years ago when we had more of a nuclear family. And you all know now that we really don't have that. So we have to be each other's families in a very different way, but equally as important. And so regenerative practices, proof of concept opportunity is very exciting to me. The University of Arizona is a full-fledged partner. We have organizations like Steps to Recovery and our county's adult probationers and Manzanita Outreach that will be feeding these folks that participate until we've healed the soil enough for healthy food to be grown. And it's all just working together. This is so doable. And so that's but an example of what I would propose and have. If you've read Sedona.biz, the first, what they call an advertorial about who I am and what I do, I speak to this project. Rather than, again, ruining, desecrating the cultural park land, we have right down the street a place called the Dells. What a great proof of concept opportunity that is, because we've been sprinkling effluent water, treated, of course, for 15 years, something like that. And let's heal it. Let's prove that Common Ground, the documentary, if you haven't seen it, I urge you to do that. And I might actually play a couple of clips to entice you to do that. But this is who I am. I could be much more formal and cite the organizations and what my responsibilities are as vice chair of the board. Let me just say about all of that is I'm mission driven, and you can read every bit of that if you'd like to on my website, supervisor.michaels.com, and learn everything there is to know about me, because I've put it out there. And I hope it would make you want to have a conversation with me. And if you know me, you know I'm always available for exactly that. Your ideas, your challenges, you know, whether it's a speed bump or a pothole that needs to be filled, or no parking signs, or much bigger issues like who are we going to be in 20 years, and how do we develop a county comprehensive plan, which I'm part of doing, and it was a wonderful experience. We now have a plan that we'll live by, though it's able to be amended every year for the next 10 years. And so we need our guiding principles and our values and our resources to line up. And I can assure you that the supervisor spends a good deal of her time working to do just that. So I would like to show you a little clip, rather than me sitting here talking to you. I should have brought popcorn, because I think it's much more fun to watch something than to hear the professor drone on, right? So with your permission, if you haven't seen this yet, I think it's a good idea, because it sort of sums up the work that I do. Do I need to get out of the way? Am I okay here? Okay, wonderful.